Hello guys, and welcome to this React.Js tutorial. In this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to create a counter app using React.Js. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is actually install React.Js. So create a new React app, and we'll use this command npx create React app, and this my app would be the name of your app, so you can change this. So let's copy this and open our terminal. So terminal. If you're on Windows, then this would be called command prompt, but if you're on MacBook, then it will be called terminal. So open your terminal up and copy the command. Actually no, first cd into your workspace. So for example, make a folder inside documents. So I already have one, so cd documents, this is to be inside the documents path, and then make a folder if you want. If you you don't have to, but you should. And I've already made a folder, so my workspace is React YouTube, so cd React YouTube, and over here I'm going to be creating my project. So you should make a folder of your own inside documents and cd into it. And I'm going to paste the command here, and I'm going to change the name of the app to counter. Click enter, and this should create a React app for you, and it will install all the modules and everything for you and set up a React app for you. Okay, so my React app has been created, but I just wanted to say that some of you might not have installed Node, so you need to install Node to run that command. If your app has been created, then no need to install Node because you probably have installed it. But if you haven't, let me just show you how to install it. So Node.js download. So go on the first link, nodejs.org, download, and install Install Node.js based on your operating system. And we're going to be using a code editor to edit our code. If you have one, then that's alright. I prefer Visual Studio Code, so if you don't have a code editor, then do this. So Visual Studio Code download, Visual Studio Code, this one, the first one, and also install Visual Studio Code based on your operator, so choose the right one. Okay, so once you have done that, and run this command again if it didn't work at the beginning. And okay, so open your code editor now, Visual Studio Code, open folder, and open the project that we have just created, so documents, React YouTube, and counter. I'm going to click open, and as you can see we have this React app. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually start this app. Some of you might get an error just like me, so npm start, and as you can see I have an error here. If you don't, then you don't need to do this, but if you do get an error, make a new file over here and call it .env. So this file is used for storing your environment variables for this React app, and make a variable called skip, all caps by the way, do it all in capitals, and underscores instead of spaces. So skip preflight underscore check, and set that to true. Save this file, run the app again, and it should work. So React gives us some boilerplate code. As you can see, this is what happens with the React code that is given to us. So I'm just going to delete all that. So go to source. I'm going to explain these files in a sec. So go to app.js and delete this header. This is what is running this code. So once it's deleted, you should have a white screen. So I'm also going to remove these imports. Import app.css and import logo.svg, as we don't need them, and save this file. And okay, so basically if we go to index.js, as you can see we are using the app component, which is app.js. So we are importing it and passing it into the React DOM render, and this is getting the app component and rendering it inside document.getElement by id root. So where is it getting this element, id root? Goes to public index.html, and as you can see we have a div over here with the id of root, and it is getting that div and storing and rendering everything inside this div. So everything inside app.js is going to be rendered inside that div using React DOM render.